Today's episode is a powerful reminder that true success isn't built by hustling harder. It's built by mastering your craft, honoring your intuition, and leading with integrity. I'm sitting down with a woman who has worked at the highest levels of the spa industry, from world renowned luxury brands to building a deeply trusted local business, and who understands what it really means to create an experience people don't just enjoy, but they remember. If you're a business owner who wants to grow without burnout, stand out in a crowded market, and build something that actually supports your life, you are going to love this conversation. So, welcome back to Beyond Common Business Secrets, where we explore the inner game of success, the mindset, the leadership, and the soul aligned decisions that build businesses that last. I'm your host, Tracy Watsorino. Today, I am honored to introduce you to Erica Medina, licensed massage therapist and owner of Reprieve Spa in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Erica was trained at the prestigious Chicago School of Massage Therapy and began her career in elite environments, including Elizabeth Arden's iconic Red Door Spa, where she rose quickly to leadership as a regional trainer and body department lead, and later the world renowned five-star Peninsula Hotel in Chicago. But this is the best part. Erica's story doesn't stop at luxury or accolades. She is a mother. And Erica, you're a mother of four, correct?
Three. So I have
Oh,
Irish
three.
triplets. I
Yeah.
had boy-girl twins in 2010, and then 11 months later, another daughter. So they're all the same age for 18 days every year. It's pretty
And
fun.
I think that your story is absolutely amazing, that you're doing all of this high level luxury experiences for everyone while doing all the things beyond, behind the scenes. So I think when you put those together, that you are truly one of the greats in business. So I want to welcome you
Well,
here.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, my husband and I moved to Chicago when the twins were not yet two and Lyric was 10 months old. So I went from working full-time at the Peninsula Hotel to being home with three kids, two states over, where I had no support system. We moved here not knowing a soul. So that was rough. And it got, my husband used to say, he'd come home from work and I'd go to the bathroom, close the door, and cry because it's rough when you have three babies sucking
Yeah.
the life out of you every day. I love them. um, and he would say, "What? This is you're living the dream. You always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom." Well, it was harder than I thought, and I didn't expect to have three kids at once. So I really wanted to get back into massage. So he said, obviously, I needed to go back to work. And it's hard to go from working at a five-star place to anywhere else. And it turned out our son is on the spectrum and has a mood disorder and ADHD. So it's not like I could go work at the Walden and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't work today. I need to be home with my son," or he has an appointment. So it was important that I had my own thing that it can be built the way I wanted it to be built, and I could be there for my kids when they needed it, and my clients would understand. So we actually found a home on 2.5 acres that had a finished two story pole barn with a fireplace and a bathroom and everything. So I had Organic Massage Cleveland out there for almost 7 years. People would walk in and say, "Oh, I feel like I'm at a luxury resort." And
Yeah.
so the kids got older. Now the twins are freshmen in high school, Lyrics in eighth grade. They don't need me as much. So it was the perfect time to go, I wonder, can I build a real spa and somewhere I would want to go as a client, somewhere I would be comfortable working at, feel taken care of. And here we are. It's been 2 years.
See, I love that because you are exactly like the woman that's defying the the stereotype, right? Like we were sold this bag of BS that said, "Oh, you have to pick career or child." See,
Right.
so just like what you said, you're like, "No, this wasn't for me to just settle into one or the
Right.
other." So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like But at what point did you realize that, this wasn't just like a job for you? I feel like it's more of a calling. Like, when did you realize that moment?
Well, before I even went to massage school, I worked at a place in Chicago called Misericordia, and it's a home for children and adults with developmental disabilities. So I worked on the unit. I took care of adults with severe cerebral palsy, and I
Wow.
loved that. And I also love massage, and I've always been a very anxious, high-strung person. I'm a lot better as I age. So I thought, what can I do? Being a DSP, a direct support professional, was very
Yeah.
taxing on the body. So while I was doing that, I went to massage school because I thought this could help them, but also I could make a career out of it long term. And it'd be a peaceful environment, and I wouldn't have to do a lot of talking and due to
Which,
my anxious ways. So I don't know. I went from one kind of caregiving to another.
so it's beautiful that you share like how each thing led you to like, oh, you needed something that would calm your nervous system
Right.
along with helping them. Like, I love
Yep.
that. Like,
Yeah.
because it's just the and life that I think so often is how genius businesses get started. And
Mhm.
that is very evident in all that you do. So that's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Thank you.
So, when you had that, so like when you went from the 5 star, you
Hmm.
worked at the 5 star and the world renowned, and then you had to do that local,
Right.
like what was that hardest? I mean, I love that you found property that made it all work, but like what else was the hardest transition for you? Because that's sort of like
Well,
always it holds the
there's
gem.
always the imposter syndrome. I think everyone has it. I think
If
I still feel like I'm the worst massage therapist here, yet I have to remind myself I was good enough that I was able to build this business. I had the clientele that I could build this, right?
Yeah.
So I always have to slap myself a little bit, like, come on, Erica, snap out of it. But the hardest part was it was a chunk of change to buy that property. So my husband bought it with the faith in me that I would be able to get clients. Hey, come to my barn. I give a great massage, That sounds kind of weird. Yeah, come to my private property. Right.
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 After being like in these elite 5 star, like, right. It's
Right.
it's a different experience for
And
you.
then the whole marketing thing, like it's a whole
Yeah.
new world. I feel like an 80-year-old woman when it comes to technology and the Facebook and the Instagram and the trying to market. I'm like, I just yeah.
Well, what was like that area that a lot like because sometimes it's like emotional versus professional. Like,
Hmm.
what piece do you think like helped you transition that?
Um the fear, overall fear of doing it and just
Yeah.
doing it.
And just doing it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm okay. So I had a dream, Tracy. I had a dream to win an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. And I hate that I did not follow my dream of writing.
Okay.
So this was an area that I was not going to let fear get in the way because I'm already a massage therapist. I know how to create, based on the clients that loved my barn,
Yeah.
a great environment. So if my husband had such faith in me to use our savings to build this, I needed to have the faith in me. I needed to be brave. And
Yes,
so
yes.
I
And
was.
why not you?
Right.
And thank you for being that vulnerable and truthful because I got tingles. So
Oh,
I know our audience is feeling that as well.
right.
It's like why not you?
Yeah.
And I love that you follow that.
You get this one life and it's going
Absolutely.
quick. It's going really
Absolutely.
quick. So,
What do you think at this point? Because like you took all your knowledge from like it sounds like what happened was that you were promoted quickly in all these other
mm,
places that you worked. And then, through life changes, having a family, moving, that, you had to make some different choices. So it seems like you combined all this
mm,
and you were able that I hear you saying it like, oh, it's just a barn, but it sounds like you created a 5 star experience
I
that
did. And then I built a real spa and I transferred it over here. And I love that I was able to do it 5 minutes from my house and 5 minutes from my kids' school so that I can be there for everyone.
For all of it.
Yeah.
So tell me what makes Reprieve Spa different. Like tell us, because I know that's your heart and soul that
Right.
you put into it. So tell us what makes it different.
So, like, self care is not cheap. Facials are not cheap. Massages are not cheap. None of it is cheap. And it's a good chunk of change. I recognize that. And um, I lose my train of thought. I guess what I would say is I hate when you go to a place and the therapist is okay, but the customer service is horrible and the environment is horrible. That doesn't make you want to go back. Or you have a place where the environment is kind of cool, but the provider was horrible. I feel like here you don't have to sacrifice anything. It's the atmosphere is amazing, and then you go to the treatment room and you're blown away. Like, of course they're going to want to come back. This is their new place. Once you step in Reprieve, there's nowhere else in Cleveland that our clients want to go, and I
It
think that's
is true.
awesome.
It is like a hidden gem.
Yeah.
It is like a hidden gem.
And I think
Um,
another thing that sets us apart is I don't just own it. I'm not an owner who you never see. I'm in the treatment room. I'm doing the treatments too. So I know what my providers are going through. I know what they need. And I think that's huge.
so do you think there's like anything specific that makes that makes your clients come back again and again and again and again?
So a lot of places you go to, there's an add-on here, there's an add-on here. You have to pay extra for the aromatherapy. You have to pay extra if you want an eye pillow. You have here, like the aromatherapy is included, the heated herbal hot pack we put on your back, the heated mittens and booties, the eye pillow, like it's all included. We have a relaxation room with 6 super comfy relaxation beds with awesome comfy blankets that you can lounge in front of a fireplace, organic teas, spa snacks. We have showers in the locker rooms. We have a full spectrum infrared sauna with red light therapy that people can choose to use before their treatments.
I love that you include all the like upgrades
Yeah,
and luxuries and like that just feels like
because we
more
care.
that just feels more luxurious in
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
And I love that you said like taking care of yourself is expensive because
Hmm.
that's so much of the stuff that we talk about here on the
Right.
show is that it's okay to love money and invite
Yeah,
money into the story because to live the life you want, you need money.
right.
So that's like one of those things that
Yeah,
it's all relative. Like we need more people that are heart-centered, earning
right.
big money so we can afford to
Yeah.
spend money on amazing, amazing luxuries like you provide.
Another
And
thing I hate that some places do, they do 50 and 80-minute treatments, and that just tells me that they do care more about the money because they're trying to churn in as many people as they can, and they're giving the providers less time in between services, which means the providers are also working shifts longer than they should because the job is physical. And
oh,
that,
for their body care.
yeah,
Okay.
that irks me. So we don't do that here.
I don't think that we would recognize that.
Yeah,
So that's like a good little secret.
yeah.
What do you think as far as that transition to like employee to leader and now being a leader and having this business that is locally recognized and now globally recognized.
Yeah.
What do you think that like has been your like sort of like number one leadership quality that has helped with that transition?
I think the team seeing me in the treatment room and working my butt off. I'm also folding laundry, I'm cleaning toilets. Like, I do it all here. So they see that and it makes them respect me more, I think, than maybe they would if they were somewhere else and someone was telling them to do something or asking of them something and they never see that person doing anything. Like, oh, I'm working so hard for you and you're just taking all the money, right? That's it's not how it is here. Like, I
Like
think
you're
I think
you're
that's huge.
you're work like you're locking arms and working side by
Right.
side.
I hug everyone. Like, you'll catch me at the front desk hugging all the clients. You'll catch me hugging my staff. Like, it's all love here. Like, it's all love and respect and appreciation.
Yeah. And I mean, and isn't that why we're going to get a massage?
Yeah.
Like you want, like, right? Like it's like that moment of loving yourself. Like, why else
Hmm.
would it's like that moment of like, okay, my body needs some love and nourishment.
Right.
So I would think that's the energetic environment
I
I
don't
want to
know
be
the
in.
exact number, but there was a study that people need at least 8 hugs a day or something like that.
Oh, I
So
know this.
I'm here to
I
help.
statistically, okay, so you need 8 hugs a day
Yes.
to survive,
Oh,
13 to thrive.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you know where to go, guys.
Yeah.
My arms are open.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I know you guys do some really special things at your spa location that are, for different organizations. Can you share with us a little bit
So
about
I
things that are
think what
really
you're
important to you?
referring to is the Aaliyah's Reprieve program. So February 6th will be 4 years since my best friend Aaliyah passed away from RET positive lung cancer. She never smoked a day in her life, and the week she had her second daughter, she was diagnosed with cancer. So I met her a year into her battle. Originally, she was only given a year to survive, but thankfully, a trial drug kept her alive for 6 more years. So once we met, we became inseparable. We were together every weekend. Our entire families were inseparable. So I created Aaliyah's Reprieve because I know how anxious she would get like 2 weeks leading up to a scan. And that's just horrible. To just live in limbo is horrible from one scan to the next and not knowing, is this my last Christmas? Is this my last Mother's Day? Is this my last birthday? Um, so I want to give people battling cancer something to look forward to instead of something to dread. So there is a tab on the top of reprievespa.com titled Aaliyah's Reprieve. People can click on that. They can nominate themselves, or if you know someone battling cancer, you can nominate someone else. And on the last day of the month, I choose a recipient, and then they have the entirety of the following month to come in for a spa day free of charge.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
So that's amazing. So Erica, you're a mother, a
Mm-hmm.
business owner, a
Mm-hmm.
practitioner, and
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like very hands-on in the daily operations of the
Yes.
business. And you're in an industry that's very hands-on.
Yes.
So how do you protect your energy while still serving at such a high level?
Well, I'd love to get more massages, but my therapists are so busy, it's been hard to get in. um,
So we need to hire more people that are
yes.
so
Yes.
there you go. Like
Yes.
we need more
That's
people
another
for your
thing
side.
about me that I think is probably different from other places around. They I don't hire people just to be fully staffed to bring in the money. If they're not good enough to be here, then my room and that shift stays empty because I'm not going to sacrifice quality. Um,
So we have to be like there's
anytime.
a higher standard
Correct.
of service that you're willing to accept.
Yes.
That's that's funny because when people say, "Oh, I can't hire," like I can't find a job, I can't hire or whatever that I'm always just like, well, then you have to up your skill level, right? No
Yeah.
matter what the industry
Right.
is. Because that's the thing. There are lots of great jobs. They're just looking for higher tiered
Right.
people.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I love that.
Thanks.
So how do you protect your energy then? Since, you're not able to get the massage as much as we can get them if we come see you.
We call it mom's recusal time at home. I don't tuck my children in, they tuck me in.
Love that.
Usually by 7:30 I'm in my room and that's my time to unwind cuz I'm up by 5 and I'm here by 6 a.m. and I just need that me time. Yeah. Other than that, my family and I like to do a lot of traveling. So as much as I can or we can, I like to just unplug and see the world.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think, as far as success goes for you, has the meaning shifted compared to like how you feel about success now versus when you were younger and starting out?
Success. I guess for me, I grew up, I never had the opportunity to go to college. Um, I started out at McDonald's. I ran the fastest drive-through times my McDonald's ever had on a Saturday afternoon rush. I'll forever be proud of that because anyone who's worked at McDonald's knows how difficult that is. Um, I just, I never thought I went from my mom to my grandparents, back to my mom to my dad, and there was just a lot of chaos in my youth, and I never thought in a million years that I would be a business owner, you know? So, in a lot of ways, I'm a huge success.
Yes. What would you say though is like that personal definition of what success means to you?
I think success for me is being a good human and being able to take care of yourself and being happy with who you are and not feeling like you have to prove anything to anyone else. Does
Yes.
that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm right with you. I'm
Yeah.
right. I'm right there with you. So I always think that sometimes like what comes up in life and business is like the message for us. So if you looked at it through that lens, like if your business and all that you've accomplished with, starting Aaliyah's Reprieve, with really having a high standard luxury spa experience that is comparable to like these five-star resorts all over the country. Like, if your business had this message for you and it's like something it's trying to teach you, like, what do you think that lesson has been?
Believe in yourself.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Because
That's a beautiful thing.
if I didn't, if I didn't take the leap, if I didn't have faith in what my husband sees, then we would not be sitting here today,
Yeah,
you know?
that's so amazing. So, what advice would you give to somebody that like that's like on that fence? Like, because by how you shared that story earlier, like
Hmm?
when you said, Tracy, I had a dream, and
Yeah.
like that we felt that so powerfully. So, like if somebody else is tuning in and they're like on that, on that fence, like what
Okay,
would your advice?
so I was always telling myself, and the scariest part about doing it was, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. It's terrifying. I'm going to mess it up. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. That's what I kept repeating to myself. But you learn as you go, and that's okay. And you ask people for help, and that's okay. Like, it's okay not to know. That's nobody knows anything until they know. So you just
Yep,
do. Yeah. Conquer your fear and you're going to figure it out along the way and don't be afraid to ask.
I love that. Yeah, because the what if you did know, right?
Right.
You just have to take, like, I think so often we think like, oh, we have to like know the end, but
Right.
no, just what's this step?
Right.
And even if you break down and crumble for a minute, you'll figure out how to pick yourself back up to get to the next step,
Right. Yep.
right? It's like not that big thing. So, is there anything else that we need to know about your words of wisdom for being in business, life, or about, massage or any of the things?
Um Respect yourself, have faith in yourself. Respect anyone you bring on board. They're human too. They have lives. Um Give them at least one hug a day because you don't know if they're getting any hugs anywhere else. um and if you know they're not getting any hugs anywhere else, give them two hugs during their shift. You never know. Boundaries, those are important. You have to set boundaries in everything, even for yourself.
How,
Um,
how do you manage the boundaries with the
that's really
highest
hard for
level
me.
that
It's
you
something I'm still working
yeah,
on.
because you give it such a high level, like
Yes, I
how does
have
that
to
work for
rein
you?
that in. That's hard, Tracy. Get back to me on that one.
So okay, so we've got an upcoming episode that's like, after you the work
Yeah,
in progress.
yeah. There you go.
We'll have a follow-up. That's
There you
hilarious.
go.
Always, right? It's like we're always learning deeper lessons to it all.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
for
love it.
sure.
Well, I appreciate you being here so, so much.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and Erica, we'll include in the show notes
Hmm.
all the information you shared, especially about Aaliyah's reprieve.
Thank you.
And just before we close out, is there any final words or anything you want to share with the world?
Just if you do decide to give Reprieve a chance, if you mention at checkout where you discovered us on this glorious podcast, you'll get 10% off your first service.
Oh, I love that. Well, as always, we want to thank you so much for being here. Erica, thank you so much for being here and sharing your
Thanks for
brilliance.
having me.
And if you know a fellow business owner, a fellow mom, a fellow human that you know would benefit from what we shared here today, please share this episode with them and tag us on Instagram, on Facebook. Let us know what resonated with you. We love to be informed on what is connecting. And as always, have the most beyond amazing day, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.